Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm sorry if the lighting's a little off, and please excuse the fact that I look a bit like a hobo today. It is very cold and dark and damp and wet, and I'm just not feeling it. We're going into like almost summer now, and it is just disgusting outside, and I am absolutely freezing cold, so that is why I'm dressed like a lump of fabric and clothing. So if we could just look past that, we'll get to today's topic, which is vascular type. Now, I don't have vascular type, so once again, I can't speak from personal experience, but I did do some research, and as always, I have my notes that I took them a couple weeks ago, so I just read through them to make sure I could understand my handwriting. So we're just gonna dive right in. Vascular type is formerly known as type 4. It is also, like the other types, autosomal dominant. And this type can be tested for, which I'll talk about briefly at the end. So, some characteristics of vascular type are thin translucent skin, easy bruising, arterial, intestinal, and/or uterine fragility, and vascular dissections or rupture, GI perforation, and organ rupture. So, to diagnose vascular type, under the major criteria category, you can have 2 or more, and I have 2 listed here. 1 being family history, and 2, again, being arterial, intestinal, and uterine rupture. Some minor criteria for diagnosing vascular type is thin skin, small joint hypermobility, so once again you can see some symptoms overlap each other in the different types of EDS, tendon and muscle rupture, subluxations, easy bruising, early onset varicose veins, and congenital hip dislocations. Now, as for the types of testing, as I mentioned before, you can test for this type. There are 2 different ways, and I'm just putting these in layman's terms. It is a lot of genetics jargon, which I understand a little bit because I took genetics, and on a quick side note, I'm seriously considering going into genetics even more now, but that's something we can talk about at a later time. So I'm just putting these really simply. So the first method of testing is biochemical testing, which is just protein-based testing. The second is molecular genetic testing. And for this type, the COL3AI gene is the only gene that's found to have the mutations for EDS vascular type. There are 2 different ways you can test for this. The first being sequence analysis, which looks at the entire N coding regions of a person's DNA. And mutations are found in 95% of individuals with EDS vascular type. The second is deletion and duplication analysis, which only looks at specific coding regions of a person's DNA. And 2% of all vascular EDS individuals have genomic deletions. That's all I've got for you. I'm sorry it's not very much, but from my research, I took all the major points and condensed it down into something that was easy to read, easy for everyone to understand, just some basic bullet points for EDS vascular type. So I hope the weather is better next week. Send us in your questions so I have a reason to film. Someone actually sent me a couple on Tumblr last night, so I'll be sure to answer those next week. And also today is a very special day. I am pre-filming this on Wednesday, and it is not only Wednesday, it is the 10th-year anniversary of Mean Girls. And it's a Wednesday. Like, could that have been planned any better? So later tonight, I'm going to snuggle up with my laptop, watch Mean Girls, and paint my nails pink because it is oh so appropriate to do so. And yes, I am wearing pink today, but it is underneath all of my layers, and I am so cold. You're just gonna have to trust me on this one. It's there. I also wanted to say that it is now May, which is EDS Awareness Month. Do you guys have any plans for raising awareness this month? Well, one thing you can do is to share our channel. If you're part of any websites, forums, Facebook groups, share the link, let everyone know that we're out there so we can get more subscribers, gain more popularity. I would say we get, oh goodness, a couple new subscribers every week. I have her email linked to my phone, so I'm always checking. I don't know how many we have right now. I haven't checked as of late, but I think the number is over 50, close to 60 at this point. So keep them coming, spread it around. I'm going to be wearing my zebra bracelets, my EDS awareness bracelet. Last year I made some awareness ribbons, and I'll be putting one on my purse and carrying it whenever I go out to help spread awareness for EDS. I might even bake something. I don't know. Last year I made a zebra cake. Maybe future editing Courtney will put a picture in of it so you can see. And actually a couple months ago I made a different type of zebra cake too. I will insert both pictures of my zebra cakes. And I believe I blogged them as well, so another shameless self-promotion. I believe there are links, so I will post pictures of my zebra cakes in case you want to make them. And the links to them as well, if you want to have an EDS awareness party and have cake. I don't know. It's just an idea. So, I hope your day is better than mine, and is not so gray and gross and more summery where you live. And keep the questions coming. I love to film for you guys, and I will see you next week. Bye!